Hello and welcome back to our channel. In today's video we've been blustery Torquay, but behind me we have a Beneteau Flyer 850. We've just been out to get some drone footage, which you'll see in a second, but I think you'll be quite surprised at just how much room is on board this 850. It's got effectively 4 berths, as in you could sleep 4 people on board, a gas cooker, a microwave, a television, all sorts, and it's a good price. It's going on the market at under £50,000, so there's a lot of boat for the money. So join me and while we go and have a quick look round. Okay, you've seen that this is a good looking bit of kit. It looks the part, it feels very smooth out on the water. So we're now back on the berth, as you can tell. Hopefully the wind isn't giving too much disturbance on the mic. But what we'll do is we'll just look through all the areas like we normally do, and we'll start up here on the bow. So up on the bow, you've got this huge sunbathing area. Now, I don't think this is the original upholstery. I think at some point this has been replaced because it looks new, and I don't believe that back in 2012-13 this would have been standard issue, so that's been updated. You've got a good quality stainless steel guardrail all around the outside as well. You'll see here shore power, so we'll look at that in a bit more detail, but the boat has got a shore power system. So what does that mean? So that means that when you come to a marina like Torquay, then you can plug in down here. So you can plug into that bit there. That's a meter, so that's what the marina use to monitor how much electricity you use. But then the boat then has 240 system going into it, so you can use the sockets, you can have a television on 240, that type of thing. So really useful to have on board, and it's something you tend to find as boats get bigger, it becomes quite the norm. So this is nice to see on this boat. After the Sunpad, we're then moving into the main cockpit area. So you can see here you've got this U-shaped seating section. There is a bimini top, and there is actually full camper covers. So full camper covers, which I could pinch and zoom, because I could pinch and zoom in on that targa over there, and that's got camper covers on. So what does that mean? It means that you can enclose this whole space with canvas, that then got screens in. So if you were using the boat early in the season or late in the season, or if you went away for the weekend with a family, you could enclose this space. Before we jump on board, a quick look down here at the transom. She's a Suzuki 300 horsepower engine, really, really smooth. Now I have a bit of a mission to make. I've actually got a very similar boat, and I've got the smaller version. So I've got a Flyer 750. So for me, it was really interesting this morning to nip out on this and get a feel for how the bigger version feels. And I have to say, it feels smoother than my boat. It feels really, really nice. Engine feels very smooth indeed. Just pan you over here now over the cockpit. You've got this drop-in table. Underneath here, I won't be able to do this single-handed, but underneath here, there's a huge storage locker. So you can, I might be able to actually, if I just pin those like that, then it will lift up. I can do. And you can see there, that's where your camper covers are. Got a couple of life jackets. It is a self-draining cockpit. So what do I mean by that? That if you did take a big wave over the front, then it will naturally self-drain through these corners here. So it's very European. A lot of American boats of this size would be into a bilge, wouldn't be a self-draining cockpit. So it's from a safety perspective, it's nice knowing that if you ever did get water in here, it will just drain out. Underneath here, we've got the wet bar arrangement and quite a few additions. I mean, there's no way that checker plate is just a factory fit, but the reason that's there is gives this lid some more strength, which is nice, but it also gives you some heat resistance. So there you've got a gas hob. So if you were cooking and that was still warm, then you can put that piece of checker plate down and that will protect everything. You've then got a hot and cold. Yes, this boat's got hot water, amazing. Sink there, which is nice. And then underneath these teak doors, you can see your gas bottle for the hob. And on this side, we've got a fridge. So nice, well stocked, some beer and milk and things in there. So nice location, decent sized fridge, couple of cup holders. And the other thing as well, with that checker plate down, you've got a preparation area. So if you're not cooking or whatever, you're preparing lunch, then you could easily use that as a prep station. On gas rams, makes it lifting. You can see here the upholstery has also been updated, as with that bow section. Same here in the main cockpit area. But you could see, if I bring the camera back there, you could easily see probably 4, 5, 6 people around there. From a driving position, you've got this bench seat, so you lean against this, so there's no backrest, but you lean against it. From driving this type of boat, I can tell you that you never really sit down. It's not very comfortable. So this is much nicer that you can just lean on that. And like I say, it is breezy this morning. It's flat in the Bank Bay because it's westerly, but it is breezy. The helm itself, you've got hydraulic steering, so really easy to maneuver. Fly-by-wire throttle. So that engine is so quiet. I mean, if I started it, you wouldn't even be able to hear it. You've got the Suzuki data screen up here. Now you can actually adjust these to see what information you want to display, your voltage there. You've got RPM, obviously we're not doing anything. You've got fuel flow meter as well. So yeah, very nice little setup there. You've got an analog fuel gauge, trim tabs, which is nice. This size of boat, again, it's nice to have trim tabs because this will give you the ability to level the boat out. So out on a day like today, if we're going with the wind on our starboard side or port side or right or left side, the wind will have a habit of leaning the boat over. Also, if you've got a weight imbalance on the boat, everybody's sat on the left-hand side or the port side, the boat will want to lean to port. So by pushing these buttons here, you can level that, and it's, again, a really nice little feature. DSC radio down there, fairly standard. Little storage cubby hole here. Switch panel, couple of cup holders, which is nice to see as well. Mine doesn't actually have many cup holders. That's just the sunscreen to go over the Simrad plotter there. So it's a Simrad plotter. You can see here, it's not touchscreen, it is, you go to touch all these, but if I just zoom in there, it's got a data card in there. So you can see we're in Torquay, and then you've got an analog compass as well. But yeah, really smart space, teak flooring, easy to get up onto that foredeck. So you've one just at very, very shallow steps to get up there. But let's dive down into the cabin and have a quick look. Now, when I came on the boat this morning, I was really, really impressed. I've never been on one of these before. And like I said, my little boat, I'm going to call it a little boat now, is a lot smaller than this. Even though it's only a metre smaller, you don't get anywhere this much space. So you can see here, you've got this lovely U-Safer seating group. Again, been reupholstered, diamond stitch. You can see you've got the 240 volt plug sockets down here, which I mentioned. Now that's all works via shore power. Underneath these very plush carpets, you've got the original wooden flooring. But it's definitely had some nice additions in here. What I like on this one as well is you've got this window here in front of you, so you've got quite a lot of head height. I mean, I can easily stand here. You've got a microwave here, which of course will only work with the shore power working. But if you're staying on board, nice area to prep, storage cupboards in there. And then if I just lower the camera down, you've then got an aft cabin. So I wouldn't want to sleep with my head that end, but I'd quite happily sleep with my head this end, having had a little try. But it's a good sized space. You could easily sleep 2 people in there. But what you can do is you can lower this table. So this table will lower down. The infill cushions then go in there, and that creates a large double bed. So if you've got a family of 4, you could definitely sleep on board this boat. If you're staying on board, of course, you're going to need a loo. So in here, you've got a manual flush, very simple loo system. And then you've actually got a shower in here as well. So this faucet, I think as Americans would say, would lift out the tap. And then that clips up on the ceiling somewhere, he says. And then, can't quite see where, but it would clip on the ceiling. And then that will give you the ability to use this space as a shower. If it doesn't clip on the ceiling, you just use it as a hand shower. But it's, again, nice size. You've got the portholes. Yeah, really smart. Like I said, she's got a hot water system, which is tucked away in one of these cupboards over here. So it's got everything you could possibly need. I really, really like to see this. I say to all of our customers, there should be a knife on the boat somewhere. My dad always taught me this. There should be a knife on the boat somewhere that everybody knows that if anybody ever gets caught in a line, you go to it. Really nice thing to see. I like that. Really sensible. So what I'll do now is let me just jump you off the boat. We just have another quick look round on the stern here. Ski pole there as well, which is nice. But I think for somebody looking for some family fun with the ability to sleep on board, still with a performance edge. I mean, speed-wise, I imagine this is going to do late 20s, max speed-wise. She's going to go all day long at 20 knots, no problem at all. Might even be nearer to 30. But it's a great option for somebody that's good value, I think. You've got the ability to stay on board if you wanted to. Sociable cockpit, you can dine on board. You can do everything you want. So yeah, hopefully this has been a good video for you to just get an idea of what these 850s are like. Please do contact us if you'd like more information. If you want to come and have a look, give me a ring if you want to ask a few more questions. Be very happy to hear from you. Our number's been on the screen, so please use that. Or if you look in the description below, you'll see a link to our website. And don't forget, if you've watched this far, do subscribe, please. We're getting there. We're on the hunt for 10,000 followers. So every subscriber helps. I thank you so much. And we're trying to do it organically. We're not cheating. So please do subscribe. We appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon. And thanks for watching. Thanks.